Greetings! Welcome back to another edition of the What's New video series for the AtHomeNet Classic Community Website Service. Today we are talking about the new enhancements for January 2011. I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We've been really busy, so let's jump right in and show you some great new stuff. Let's go ahead and log in as an administrator. And the first feature I want to show you today is that we have brought our up enhancements to the board and committee feature. So let's go in there and take a look at that. You'll notice now that you get your committees and your board listed in the new style format. You can also select them out of the drop-down box over here if you want to add or edit a particular committee or the board. You can do that through these links at the top. Let's go ahead and jump into one of these and take a look. You'll see you get a little thumbnail picture if you have an overall picture of your committee or your board and your description. Click on the box, what's going to do is take you to a detail screen for that committee where you'll get the full-blown picture, the description, the last date that this board or committee was updated, and then you'll get all the individual members of that board or committee, and you'll get information about obviously their name, which is a link to their profile, their position on the committee if you've entered that, and even when their term ends if you've entered that information. This is new information that we added last month. So let's go step back a little bit and take a look at the board of directors, which has a couple more people in it. You'll notice that each of these individual members will have their user profile picture or a thumbnail of it, and if they don't have a picture in their user profile, you'll get this generic user profile picture. So hopefully you like the new look of the board and committee feature that we've upped for this month. Let's use that to segue real quick over here to the settings area, because let's just say that you didn't like the new up board and committee look and you want to go back to the old way. We've added a number of new settings to the settings feature, and you'll notice I went to admin settings, and let's scroll down here a little bit, and the first one you'll notice is in board and committee that you have the ability now to turn on or off the new up board and committee. By default it will be on if you've been using our new up features, and if you wanted to turn that off and go back to the old style, you could just select no and save changes there. Some of the other elements that we've added this month here in the settings area are this whole section for the concierge package pickup feature. We've added 4 settings that you can control. The first is the security level that can add, edit, or delete packages for pickup. The next is the security level that can view packages for pickup. Then whether or not the resident's last name is displayed on the list of available packages. This is just a privacy decision that you can make, whether or not on your package pickup screen you want to show the person's name or if you just want to show their address. And speaking of address, depending upon whether you're in a single family community or a multifamily condo unit, you can determine whether it's the address or the unit number that shows up on the listing. And then finally we've added one more setting for you to control here, which is the email bulletin file attachment label. And what that means is if you attach a file to your email bulletins that gets sent out to your residents, these are the words that will show up as a hyperlink to that attachment. So you can put whatever you want to there. By default it will be download file now. The next area that we've done an enhancement for this month is in the address book export. So I'm going to go to admin address book reports. And what we've done this month is give you the ability, if you're using our new multi-connect feature, which is Alertcast and Bulletin Blast for sending out text messages, emails, and actual voice calls to your residents and in case of an emergency or even just a regular community notice. We've given you the ability through the address book reporting to export out the subscription information so you know what phone numbers and methods of contact your residents have subscribed to. So in this case, let's just pick name, and then I'll go over here and select the new multi-connect subscription information, and we'll just produce a little report on the screen. Okay, and so what you get here is obviously the name of each person and then each of the 12 ways that you can subscribe to Alertcast. So you could subscribe, the first resident could subscribe for their home phone for a voice call, home phone for a text call, etc., all across the line. Wherever you see a yes, this resident will receive notices of that type when a alertcast or a bulletin blast goes out through the multi-connect system. So this just gives you a quick way to see which ways your residents are subscribing to multi-connect and how many people are subscribing to multi-connect in various ways. If you're not currently using multi-connect or you need more information about it, just feel free to contact support and they can get you some information about that. Alright, let's go to resources and zip over here to the address book for the next enhancement this month, which is, let's just go ahead and search for a resident named Smith, and we'll pick Amy and Kevin Smith here. Alright, and if I were an administrator in here editing this person, and maybe this person needed to get their login and password information sent to them, instead of me resetting their login and password from here and saving it and then sending them an email telling them what I reset it to, now I can simply select this send login info button, and when I do that, it's going to immediately send an email to the addresses in that profile telling them what their login and password are. It's kind of a convenient tool for you as an administrator to zip the login and password over to somebody. Next, we have, and we do this every single month now, which is to roll out some beautiful new email bulletin templates. We were very busy over the holiday season and designed 20 new email bulletin templates. So you get this whole first page of email bulletin templates when you're looking at the most recent ones. And if you go over here to page 2, you'll get a number of these are brand new as well. In fact, the ones that are real popular here in Atlanta right now are the snow plowing and the snow shoveling templates. We've got some seasonally unusual snowfall here recently. It's kind of shut the town down, so we're using these templates a lot, but hopefully there's other ones here that you guys might want to use. Next, we are very excited to officially announce, and we've been talking about this a little bit the past couple months in these videos, the brand new feature that we're offering called Newsletter Architect, and you can find out more information about this feature at newsletterarchitect.com. Newsletter Architect is an online tool that lets you create an electronic and a physical newsletter easily and quickly for your community. So if you're an AtHomeNet client, you can sign up for free to use this service, and you'll be given a separate login and password that you would use here to log in on this site. And with that login and password, you can log in and create newsletters by selecting a style, adding your own content, and then you can generate that into a PDF file that you can either post on your website or you can send out to all your residents doing your email bulletin feature. And if you'd like to take the next step and go ahead and have that newsletter printed and mailed to your residents, we've partnered up with the industry-leading imaging and print services provider SouthData to allow you to very easily and quickly, through the Newsletter Architect feature, simply select the residence that you want to send it to, and that information will be pulled straight out of your address book from your AtHomeNet website, and SouthData will receive that information, receive your newsletter in PDF format. They will print it, fold it, tab it, address it, and mail it off for you. And in fact, they will actually also be able to send you bulk copies of your newsletter unaddressed if you would like that. And they'll do this with a lot less hassle and actually less expensively than you would pay if you went to your local print shop and did it for you, for example Kinko's. So we think this is a great new service that integrates nicely with your community website and just offers you one more communication tool out to your residents. Again, if you want to know more about this new feature, Newsletter Architect, you can go to newsletterarchitect.com. You can read about it here. You can request additional information, which we'll send to you. Pretty soon we're going to be posting a video on this site that will describe and demonstrate the service more completely for you. And then you can sign up. As I said, for AtHomeNet clients, signing up is free. The only thing you would need to pay for was if you actually printed and had copies of the newsletter mailed to your residents. So we're already busy working on some exciting new enhancements and services for 2011. So make sure you join us again next time for another edition of the AtHomeNet Classic What's New video series.